ఇంటర్మీడియట్ విద్యారంగంలో అగ్రగామి మన ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్. ఐఐటి జేఈఈ అయినా నీట్ అయినా తిరుగులేని విద్యా సంస్థ ఎన్ఎస్ఆర్ ఇంపల్స్.
Let us start some examples based on yesterday topic. So for example, here if a body projected upwards with the speed of 40 meters per second, the height reached is, let us say, 80 meters. If the body is projected upwards with a speed of 40 meters per second, the height reached by the body is 80 meters. If the same body is projected with a speed of 20 meters per second, at the same place, projected with a speed of 20 meters per second at the same place, find the height reached. So see here, one important point is at the same place. At the same place means, why we are mentioning at the same place? So that means if we are moving from one place to another place, so that means long distances, the acceleration due to gravity changes. Acceleration due to gravity changes. G value is minimum at equator and maximum at poles. So that's why at same place G value remains constant. The meaning of the at same place is, so G value remains constant. G value remains constant. So now we know the maximum height formula is h is equals to u square by 2g, but due to g remains constant, we can write it as h proportional to u square. G remains constant, then maximum height is directly proportional to square of speed. So from this we can write h1 by h2 is equals to u1 square by u2 square. So therefore h1, in the first case the height reached is 80 meters. h1 is equals to 80. What is the speed in the first case? u1 is equals to 40 and u2 is equals to, in the second case, what is the speed of projection? 20 meters per second. Next we have to find out h2. So by using this formula, h1 by h2, 80 by h2 is equals to u1 square by u2 square, that is 40 whole square by 20 whole square. So 80 by h2 is equal to 40 square 1600, 20 square 400, 400 4s. So 80 by 4 is equals to h2, therefore h2 is equals to 20 meters. h2 is equals to 20 meters. This is the way to do the problem. So G remains constant. Why the G remains constant? The two bodies are projected at the same place. That's why G remains constant. Of course, if this condition is not mentioned in the problem, this condition is not mentioned in the problem, only these two are mentioned, 40 and 80, 20, and we have to find out second height, we can use the situation. For understanding purpose, I am considering this one here. Of course, it is not mentioned, we have to follow this situation only. Next. Next example. If a body is projected upwards with speed 20 meters per second, the height reached by the body is 20 meters on earth surface, on the earth surface. If the same body is projected with same speed, on moon's surface, if the same body is projected with same speed on moon's surface, find the height reached by the body. Find the height reached by the body. That is the question. If a body is projected upwards with the speed of 20 meters per second on earth surface, the height reached by the body is 20 meters. If the same body is projected with same speed on moon's surface, find the height reached by the body. Here the speed remains constant. So see the solution. Here the speed, so that is u, remains constant on both surfaces. On both surfaces, speed remains constant. And given that, so we know h1, first case 20 meters, and h2 we have to find out. What is the quantity changes here? We know the maximum height formula, h is equals to u square by 2g, and given that speed remains, speed or velocity, both speed or velocity, that value remains constant, u value remains constant. Then what are the two variables here? If u remains constant, the two variables are height and acceleration due to gravity. Height and acceleration due to gravity. So h is inversely proportional to g. H is inversely proportional to g. So from this we can write h1 by h2 is equals to g2 by g1. Why here the fraction is reversed? Because it is inversely proportional. H is inversely proportional to g, that's why h1 by h2 is equals to g2 by g1. What is g2? What is g1 here? Here g1 is acceleration due to gravity, on earth surface, that is equals to g, and g2 is equals to acceleration due to gravity, on moon's surface, that is g by 6. g2 is equals to, so we already discussed it. Of course this acceleration due to gravity on moon surface, g by 6, it may mention in the problem or may not mention, not sure. So you have to remember, we must remember this. Acceleration due to gravity on moon surface is 1/6 of the acceleration due to gravity on the earth surface. So therefore, so h1 by h2 is equals to g2 by g1. h1 is how much? 20 divided by h2 is equals to, g2 is g by 6 divided by g. So g2 value is g by 6 and g1 value is g. g gets cancelled. 20 by h2 is equals to 1 by 6. h2 is equals to 20 into 6. h2 is equals to 120 meters. h2 is equals to 120 meters. That means if a body rises to a height of 20 meters on the surface of the earth, on the surface of the earth, but that body reaches to the height of 120 meters on the surface of the moon, because acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the moon is less. acceleration due to gravity on the surface of the moon is less, that's why height reached by the body is more. See here, h is inversely proportional to g. If g is more, inversely proportional. If g is more, h is less. If g is less, h is more. G on the acceleration, g is the acceleration to gravity. Acceleration to gravity on earth surface is more when compared to moon, that's why h is less on earth surface and h is more on moon surface. Next. Next, one more example. If the time of flight of the body is 8 seconds, if the time of flight of the body is 8 seconds, find the maximum height reached by the body and velocity of projection. If the time of flight of the body is 8 seconds, that means if the body is projected upwards, it reaches to maximum height and again reaches to the ground. Body is projected upwards, reaches to maximum height and again reaches to the ground. The time taken for this situation is given as 8 seconds. The total time taken for this situation is given as 8 seconds. Now, we have to find out what is the maximum height reached by the body and what is the velocity of projection. So, time of flight is given as 8 seconds. 8 seconds. So, time of flight formula 2u by g is equals to 8. Time of flight is equals to 2u by g. And u is equals to 8g by 2, cross multiplication 8g divided by 2. Let us say g is considered as 10 for easy calculation. So, 40. So, first condition, second condition we got velocity of projection is equals to 40 meters per second. Velocity of projection is equals to 40 meters per second we got. Because we know the time of flight formula is 2u by g, that is why u is equals to 40 meters per second. Then maximum height formula u square by 2g. Maximum height is equals to u square by 2g. U value 40 whole square divided by 2g. So, 1600 divided by 20. So, 80 meters. Here only the time of flight is mentioned in the problem, only the time of flight is mentioned. Then we can calculate height reached by the body, that means velocity of projection of the body and height reached by the body. This is one more. Next. Next, now we can prove that velocity of projection is equal to velocity on reaching the ground. velocity of projection. That means with what velocity we are projecting, with what velocity we are projecting upwards, that must be equal to velocity on reaching the ground. That we have to calculate. So, velocity on reaching the ground in magnitude only, not in the direction. So, direction is different. Let us check that. So, for example, see here, if the body projected upwards with velocity u, after certain time it reaches to the certain maximum height. That time is called time of ascent. In the time of ascent, the body reaches to maximum height. See here. So, during upward motion, in this situation, initial velocity is equals to u and acceleration is minus g. Why it is minus g? Because the body is moving upwards. So, t is equals to time of ascent and v is equals to 0 on reaching the maximum height. Final velocity of the body must be 0. If the body projected upwards, after certain time the body reaches to the maximum height. Which one is considered as maximum height? Where the velocity of an object is 0, that is considered as maximum height. Here I am considering the body reaches to the maximum height. That means velocity must be 0. So, that is from equation v is equals to u plus at, 0 is equals to u minus gt. U is equals to u minus gt. So, from this u is equals to gt. So, from this we consider u is equals to gt. So, this is the upward motion. We are projecting this body and it reaches to the maximum height, then this is considered as upward motion. Now, from maximum height the body is moving and finally reaches to the ground. From maximum height the body is moving downwards and finally reaches to ground. So, during this motion initial velocity is 0. During downward motion the body acts as a freely falling body. This body acts as a freely falling body. Initial velocity is 0 and acceleration is plus g. And finally the body reaches to the ground. So, that means we have initial velocity 0, acceleration is plus g and time is considered as time of descent and final velocity. From equation again v is equals to u plus at. V is 0 plus g time of descent. So, v is equals to g into time of descent. So, gt is here time of ascent, it is also time of ascent. U is equals to g into time of ascent and here v is equals to g into time of descent. But we know time of ascent is equals to time of descent. In absence of air resistance, we know time of ascent must be equal to time of descent. So, based on this we can say that u is equals to v. So, with what velocity we are projecting, with the same speed the body reaches to the ground. With what velocity we are projecting, with the same speed the body reaches to the ground. For example, if we project with 20 meters per second, again on reaching the ground the speed of the body is 20 meters per second only. If we project with 40 meters per second on reaching the ground, the speed of the body is 40 meters per second. Why I am mentioning it is speed? Here I am considering it is velocity. In this situation I am considering it is speed, because velocity is the vector quantity, speed is the scalar quantity. That means if during upward motion we consider it as positive, during upward motion if it is considered as positive, during downward motion it is negative, because velocity is the vector. During upward motion if it is positive, during downward motion it is negative. That is why I am considering it is both are equal in magnitude only, not in the direction. Velocity with what speed we are projecting, with the same speed the body reaches to the ground, but velocities are not equal. Why the velocities are not equal? Both are in opposite direction. In this situation the body moving upwards, in this situation the body moving downwards. So speed of projection must be equal to speed on reaching the ground, but velocity of projection not equal to velocity on reaching the ground. Here also velocity on reaching the ground, just I am mentioning magnitude only, not in the direction. Directions must be opposite. See here, initially the body is moving upwards, finally the body moving downwards, finally reaches to the ground. So in both the situations are in opposite direction. That's why directions are not same. That's why velocity also not same. Only speeds are same. That's why I am mentioning magnitude only. That is the situation. So in this situation, for example, the body reaches to this position and finally here the body is moving like this and finally reaches to the ground like this. So during this motion at any position, for example, I am considering at this position. At this position, let us say the body moving upwards with speed x. The body moving upwards with speed x. During downward motion also at the same position, the speed must be at x. Let us say during this motion at certain position, the speed of the body is x during upward motion. During downward motion also the body having the same speed. During downward motion also the body having the same speed. This is very, very important. With what speed we are projecting, with the same speed the body reaches to the ground. With what speed we are projecting, with the same speed the body is moving downwards. Okay. So that means at the time of projection, this means at any position during this path, from this position to this position, during this path, at any position, here let us say the speed is x during upward motion. During downward motion also at the same level, the speed of the body is x only. For example, at this position let us say the speed of the body is y. During downward motion at the same position, the speed of the body is y. Whatever is the speed in the upward direction, at the same level, see here, that is the same speed of the body during downward motion also. This is very, very important point we have to remember. So V is equals to U. This is only in magnitude, not in the direction. One is upward direction, one is downward direction. Both must not be equal. For example, if the body is projected upwards with speed of 50 meters per second, body projected upwards with the speed of 50 meters per second. So let us say the body reaches to the maximum height and again moving downwards and reaches to the ground. Let us say after 2 seconds at this position, let us say the speed is 30 meters per second. After 2 seconds at certain position, its speed is 30 meters per second. During downward motion also at the same position, the speed is 30 meters per second. During downward motion also at the same position, the speed is 30 meters per second. It is very, very important. So, for example, after 4 seconds, let us say its speed is 10 meters per second. During downward motion at the same position, not at the same time. That is important. Not time is not same here. Positions are same. Whatever is the position of the body from the ground, at the same position only. At the same position only. The speeds are same. Here it is. I am mentioning speeds, not velocities. Speeds are same. So that is 30 meters per second. It is also 30 meters per second. Here let us say it is 10 meters per second. At the same position, it is 10 meters per second. That is, whatever is the velocity during upward motion at certain position, during downward motion also, the body must have same speed at the same position. That is important part. Next. So, for example, if the body is projected upwards, with speed 50 meters per second. Body projected upwards with speed 50 meters per second. What is its velocity or speed, whatever it is? After 6 seconds. What is the speed of the body after 6 seconds? So, for example, here the body is projected upwards with speed 50 meters per second. Okay. What we have to calculate during upward motion? Initial velocity is equals to 50 and acceleration is equals to minus g. Why it is minus g? During upward motion. Next, time is 6 seconds. Now we have to calculate V, final velocity. What is the formula we have to use? V is equals to U plus AT. V is equals to 50 plus A is minus G, T is 6. 50 minus 10 into 6. 50 minus 60. Minus 10. Why it is minus? See here, acceleration to gravity G is 10. During upward motion A is minus G, minus 10 into 6, 50 minus 60. Absolutely correct it is. But why it is minus 10? That is important thing here. So after 6 seconds, the speed of the body is minus 10 we got. So during upward motion, definitely the speed of the body decreases and reaches to 0. Then why it becomes minus? So the main thing is, see here, if we calculate time of ascent, what is the value of time of ascent formula? U by G. U is 50, G is 10. That is 5 seconds. Time of ascent is 5 seconds. But what we have to calculate? What is its speed after 6 seconds? After 6 seconds means, so the time taken to reach the maximum height is only 5 seconds here. The time taken to reach the maximum height is only 5 seconds. But we are calculating its speed after 6 seconds. The meaning of this is, see here, after 6 seconds means reaches to the maximum height, time of ascent during downward motion, first second. See here, it reaches to the maximum height in 5 seconds, reaches to the maximum height in 5 seconds. Next, during downward motion in the first second. During downward motion, first second. During downward motion means the body acts as the freely falling body. During downward motion, the body acts as the freely falling body. That's why velocity of the body is 0, freely falling body. Acceleration is plus g. Time is equals to 1 second. We have to calculate v. From equation again, v equals to u plus at, 0 plus gt. G is 10, time is 1. That is v equals to 10 meters per second. Same 10, but it is minus here. Why it is minus? Why it is plus? Why here we got minus here? Both are absolutely right. Both are absolutely right. But why it is plus and why it is minus? The reason is, this condition must be considered from initial condition, and that means initially we are moving upward direction, that is considered as positive initially. But after 6 seconds, what is the position of the body? During downward motion, after 6 seconds, the position of the body is during downward motion. But here initially upward motion is considered as positive, but downward motion is negative. That's why we got minus here. Then why it is positive? What I am considering here, during downward motion, here body starts from here only. I am considering the body starts from here, from maximum height only the body is falling, that I am considering. That's why we get positive here. This condition is not considered with respect to initial. This condition is not considered with respect to initial. This condition is considered individually. From maximum height only I am considering. That's why only one direction. If it is only one direction, it is not positive and it is not negative. Only it is positive we got. With respect to another direction, if we consider, then we can get negative. That's the situation here. So this is the way of doing the problem. So the given that the body is projected upwards with velocity 50 meters per second. What is the velocity after 6 seconds? So this actually based on this formula directly we got minus 10. Minus in the sense the body must be in the downward direction, because initially 50 is considered as positive. We considered 50 is positive, but finally we got negative. Initially 50 is considered as positive, but finally we got negative. That means the body must be in opposite direction. Initially in which direction the body is moving? Upward direction. But finally negative, that means downward direction. That is the situation. Next, if a body is projected upwards with speed u or velocity u, body is projected upwards with speed u find average velocity of the body during time of flight. If a body is projected upwards with speed u, find the average velocity of the body during time of flight. Average velocity during time of flight. Let us say body projected upwards with speed u, the body reaches to the maximum height and again reaches to the ground. Body reaches to the maximum height and again reaches to the ground. So, whatever is the point of projection, finally the body reaches to the same position. See here the body is projected upwards and the body reaches to the same position. Now we have to calculate average velocity. What is the average velocity formula? Total displacement by total time. Average velocity formula is total displacement by total time. So, what is the displacement here? Starting point and ending point must be same. See here, the body is projected and the body reaches to the same point. At what point we are projecting, finally the body reaches to the same point. That means starting point and ending point must be same here. Starting point and ending point must be same. If the starting point and ending point are same, what is the displacement? So, during this path, the displacement of the body is 0 because it is the closed path. What is the closed path? If the starting point and ending point are same, that is considered as closed path. So, that is the displacement of the body is equal to 0. So, that means now average velocity. How can we calculate average velocity? Total displacement divided by total time. Total displacement 0. Total time is time of flight, that is equals to 0. Total time is nothing but time of flight, during time of flight, that is the situation. So, the average velocity during time of flight must be equal to 0. Next condition, this situation, find average speed. How can we calculate average speed? Average speed is, formula is total distance by total time. So, average speed, what is the total distance? Displacement is 0, but distance. So, h is the height reached by the body. So, h, and again during downward motion it is h. During upward motion it is h, and during downward motion also it is h. H and h, 2h. So, total distance is 2h, time is time of flight. So, 2h by time of flight is, let us say, 2u by g. Time of flight is 2u by g, we know. So, 2 gets cancelled. So, that can be written as gh by u. So, this is one more. Again this can also be simplified. So, this is g by u into, what is the maximum height formula? U square by 2g. G gets cancelled, u gets cancelled, that is u by 2. Average speed is u by 2. So, that is the average speed during total flight. During total time of flight. But average velocity during time of flight is 0, but average speed is u by 2. Average speed means total distance. During upward motion it travels the distance h, during downward motion it travels the distance h. So total distance is 2h. Total time is time of flight. Time of flight formula 2u by g. So g comes to the numerator, gh by u. We can calculate based on this. If you know the height and velocity, we can calculate this. But if we don't know this height, then how can we calculate? Maximum height formula u square by 2g. G gets cancelled, u gets cancelled. This is u by 2. So this is the average speed during time of flight. Now in the same situation, so same situation, if the body projected upwards with speed u, find the average velocity of the body during time of ascent. During time of ascent, body is projected upwards with speed u, find the average velocity of the body during time of ascent. So see here, the body is projected upwards with velocity u. So the body reaches to the height h during time of ascent. Time of ascent means the time taken by the body to reach maximum height. So that is h. Average velocity. What is the average velocity formula? Total displacement by total time. Total displacement by total time. Total displacement is, so from this point to this point, the displacement is nothing but h. Total time, that is nothing but time of ascent. Total time is nothing but time of ascent. So h by time of ascent is u by g. Time of ascent is u by g. So that means, so gh by u. Again, but this can also be written as g by u into, again maximum height formula, u square by 2g, gg gets cancelled, u cancelled, v average is equals to u by 2. Average velocity of the body during time of ascent. Average velocity of the body during time of ascent, that is equals to u by 2. Average velocity formula, total displacement by total time. So total displacement v is equals to gh by u. So but u gets cancelled, v average is equals to u by 2. So that is total displacement by total time. Total displacement by total time. So this is a situation, average velocity. But this can also be, if only time, we know the time, we don't know the, if only we know the time, we don't know the height, how can we calculate this? We can calculate u value. So during time of ascent, initial velocity is equals to u, final velocity equals to 0. On reaching the maximum height, velocity of the body must be equal to 0 and acceleration is equals to minus g. So from equation v is equals to u plus at, 0 is equals to u minus gt, gt is equals to u, So therefore, v average can be written as, in place of u what we can write, gt by 2. In place of u we can write gt by 2. So v average is equals to gt by 2. Or what is t here? T is the time of ascent. So if you know the time, we can calculate this. That is the situation. So here, if the body is projected upwards with speed u, find the average velocity of the body during time of ascent. So this is the process. Average velocity, total displacement by total time, h by time of ascent. H by time of ascent can be written as u by g, gh by u. This is one. In terms of h we can write, so h can be written as u square by 2g, that is. So V average is equals to u by 2. But V average u, what is the value of u we calculate? Gt. So Gt by 2, V average is equals to Gt by 2. One more modification it is. So from this position, V average is equals to h by time of ascent, maximum height by time of ascent. If you know the only height, if you know the only velocity, average velocity can be written as u by 2. For example, body projected upwards with speed u. What is the average velocity during time of ascent? Here we know the speed, that's why average velocity is equals to u by 2. Instead of u, if you know the time of ascent, then what is the velocity? What is the average velocity? Gt by 2. If you know the u value, directly we use the formula u by 2. If you don't know u, if you know only time, that is Gt by 2. But in another situation, if you know only height reached by the body, if we know only height reached by the body, so that is equals to h by time of ascent 2h by g. Time of ascent formula is under root 2h by g. So therefore, V average is equals to h into under root g by 2h. H comes under the root, it becomes h square. H square divided h square d by, sorry, h square g by 2h. H cancel. So V average is equals to under root gh by 2. Different forms of average velocity during time of ascent. So this is one form, gh by u. This is another form, and it is gt by 2, and it is square root of gh by 2. Each and every formula is correct. Among these, each and every formula is correct. When we have to use these formulas, if the body projected upwards with certain speed and reaches, and the height reached by the body is h, then what is average velocity? We can use gh by u. And if you know the only velocity, so that is u by 2. If the body is projected upwards with certain speed, what is the average velocity during time of ascent? U by 2. If the time of ascent is mentioned, the time taken by the body to reach the maximum height is 5 seconds, let us say. What is the average velocity of the body during this time? Gt by 2. If the body is projected upwards and if the body reaches to the height of 80 meters, what is the average velocity in that situation? Under root gh by 2. Different forms. Only one average velocity is the only concept, but different forms, different formulas. So that is average velocity. Whatever is the time of ascent, the time of descent is also the same. So average velocity during time of descent also same. So the same value u by 2, gt by 2, under root gh by 2, everything is same.